welcome back to my channel. Today I'm just going to be talking about some things that surprised me when moving to Spain, because a lot did. So I'm originally from the United States and I moved to Sevilla last year around September. I decided to come to Spain to be a language assistant here. For one, let's just get into it. Grocery shopping. I'm used to like Target store setups where you can go anywhere and get like everything you need. You can get stuff for the bathroom, you can get stuff for your house, you can get stuff to eat, clothes, everything. Here it's not the case. Here you go to like 5 different stores to get all of those things I just mentioned. Your grocery store will obviously just have food really. Sometimes they'll have a small section for like hair shampoo and stuff like that, but typically you're gonna have to find that at a different store that sells it. PJs, clothes, like everything's just kind of specialized in its own store. So being in the south of Spain, they have the accent called the Andalusian accent, and it's a challenge. So I already know like Latin American Spanish pretty well, but coming here, it's like learning a whole new like vocabulary and slang. Not only, of course, the Spanish lisp, like gracias versus gracias, or they cut words really short, like instead of pescado, it's pescado. Stuff like that. Like you can see how that can be confusing, especially if you're new to it. Or they say things like E instead of C. Little things like that. It's very interesting to get used to, and that was definitely something that shocked me coming here. I know in Europe they love soccer. That's like a known fact to anybody, but the kids here at the school I teach are so funny because they'll literally play soccer with anything they find on the ground. There will be a piece of bread on the floor, on the blacktop, out where they hang out, and they'll just start kicking it around and make a whole soccer game. Like they'll get into their positions and they'll just start like playing. It's like, whoa. Today I saw a student literally use his old Nokia phone as a soccer ball during PE class. He just started kicking around, then his friends started getting into it and they're just kicking around this old phone. I was like, anything that's on the ground that will move, they'll make a game of soccer out of it. Also, I feel like back home, mosquitoes are way more active in the summer, but here it feels like they're more active in the winter. Like me and my roommates keep getting woken up by mosquitoes and it's like the dead of winter and we're like, where are they coming from? Some days it's like literally ice cold and there's mosquitoes in our room and we're like, what? Also, most of the houses don't have like screens on the window. It's just the glass to open it and like shutters that are just like metal. Another thing that surprised me about the culture here is customer service is just not a thing. Like back home in the States, I've worked a lot of customer service jobs and like that is #1 priority for every company. Here, it's like not the case at all, which is very hilarious after working in customer service. And here's a great example. Coming here, I needed to get a bank account. My roommate went to this one called BBVA here, and she had everything sorted out really easy. So I go to the same exact bank she went to, and they didn't want to help me. They were literally like, oh no, we can't do that. Like, we need this from you, this like form from school. My friend was here and she didn't have that, but she was able to get help. And they were like, nope, like we just can't help you. And I was like, what? And then that happened at a couple other banks I went to. They were just like, no, we can't help you. You're a bank, what do you mean I can't open up an account? It's just like little things like that was really shocking and a bit frustrating. Also, like working in a high school, sometimes I go to class, like a PE class, and all the kids are just like waiting outside. And then it's like 5 minutes past and there's like no teacher. So either the kids get to go home or there's another teacher who just like watches over them during this period where they're supposed to be in PE and they just like do homework instead. They don't have substitute teachers here like they do back home. Unless it's like they're gone for a long time, then I've noticed they'll get a substitute, but when it's like they're just gone for the day, the kids just don't have that class. Also, like a big thing that I would get in trouble for a lot back home was like dress code. Like, oh, I had spaghetti straps on, or oh, my skirt was just a little too short. Like little stuff like that. Girls, you understand, I'm sure. In Spain at this high school, it's like they don't have dress code. Like you can literally wear whatever you want. To PE class on the hotter days, it's typically like girls in sports bras and like shorts, which is like good for athletic wear, but it's like I would never have been allowed to wear that back home in the States to PE because we were always given those like baggy shorts and those baggy shirts to wear. Yeah, just basically clothing that I could never get away with back home because of dress code, like you can get away with here. I'm sure there's a lot more, so maybe I'll make a part 2, but that's all that's coming off of the top of my head today. Any country, you're gonna get some kind of culture shock when you go to it for the first time and like experience it. But after I've gotten over the shock, it's just been great. I love Spain, and I think how they do things is great, and it works for this country. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you. Bye.